Hi everyone, it's Carrie. We are at the At Home store today. We're at the At Home store in Claremont, Florida. This is up off Highway 50 outside of Orlando. We're going to go in and see what's new. And if you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm happy you're all here. Just in case you guys did not know, they do have a buy online, pick up in store, pick up curbside. They also have local deliveries. All right, they do have a lot of Halloween already in the store. We're not going to go over much of it today. We're going to give it another week or so, let more of it load into the store, but we'll just kind of peek real quick what's up front. We have a little ghost that lights up. The big ones are 50. The smaller ones, oh, those are cute. Those are 39. I think this guy over here is just thinking like, hey, it's June. Why is there so much Halloween in here in June? I'm just kidding. I love these little ghosts. I think these are super cute. I also want to point out that you could probably make something like this on your own with some fabric. I'll kind of peek under its little skirt here. It's literally a stick with twinkle lights. I have made those myself at home. They have a set of two. They also have a little dog over here. We've got a wheelbarrow. But yeah, we will come back another time and we will look at a little more Halloween. See, he looks just as surprised as everyone else. Definitely still have a lot of outdoor patio furniture. We've got this Adirondack chair. I love these. And the rocker. These are $120 each. Got the patio tables. We've got more furniture still left. They definitely have a really good supply of patio furniture. These do swivel. So this particular set in here, you would purchase kind of a la carte. So whatever individual pieces you would like to make your own patio setup. So let's go see what pieces they have. You can pause that there if you want to take a look at the pricing for the different items. We've got some citronella sticks over here. These are $10 for a 2-pack. Those are the citronella candles. They still have plenty of citronella candles. Let's see, these are pretty over here in the jars. These are $10. A citronella 3-pack. Oh, okay, see, there's 3 of them, so $13. There's 3 of them stacked up in there. I like that. That's actually pretty cool. This ceramic container this is in is pretty. This one is 10. They also have a blue one over here. That's a 4-wick candle. That is a great big candle. So yeah, definitely plenty of little things to keep the bugs away from the backyard. They still have a lot of garden stakes. These are all metal. So this big one here, that one is $15. This one is 10. That one's really cute behind it with the flower top. We've got some, or flower pot, we've got some ladybugs, and then smaller ones down here for $6. So these are pretty cool. $15. It is obviously a little stake with a light on it. However, it has a garden hook on the side of it. So you've got your light up top. See the little hinge right here? That little arm comes up so you could hang something on that. I don't know that it could handle something very heavy, but it certainly could maybe handle a decorative flag or something lightweight, maybe even a light little wind chime. We've got lots of little statuaries for the garden. These little pups up here, $25. This one here cracks me up. There's a movie, I think it's called The Secret Life of Pets, and I don't know why, but that dog reminds me of that movie. This is a little animated movie for kiddos that I watched with my grandson. But that little dog just reminded me of that. But they've got all sorts of little cute puppies up here, $25, $30. Oh my goodness. And then we have a cat right here with the butterfly. That is sweet as can be. This one is $25. It's a little planter, so that has a little kind of fake faucet up top. And then we have lots of flags for the yard or by the front door, however you use these. But I have a serious question. If you live in a windy environment, how do you get yours to stay on the hook? So $10, $15, it's kind of the price in here. The issue that I ran into when we lived in Texas, it is unbelievably windy in Texas where we lived. It was just all of the time. I could not keep any of these, no matter what I tried. I ended up zip tying everything. So I'm just curious, what do the rest of you do? Because little clips didn't work. Even with my outdoor cushions on my chairs, I had to zip tie those to the furniture because the wind was just wanting to take them blocks away. So these are all, this whole brand in here, this is a woman-owned company. The woman-owned company also has a line of artwork, and you will see it in Home Goods, you'll see it in Home Sense, and you will see it at the at-home store. So this one is kind of cool. It's a whole tall stake, so that's $20. So it's a little bit more than a flag. In terms of overall size, that was pretty neat. I love this here where the angels are, when your cardinals appear, angels are near. That one is $15. This does spin. I always love to check and see if things spin. This one is $20. I think movement in a garden is so fun. This one also spins. One of my grandmothers, they had a farm up in Michigan, and we would spend a lot of time up there. And does this spin? Oh, it does. Hold on, we'll pause that story for a minute. I love this. I love that this is a vintage looking fan that spins. Anyhow, she always had out on the farm mixed into the garden little things that, little spinners, wind chimes, just all of those things. And I had such fond memories of that for me, like, that's the perfect garden. Just, to have little wind chimes or things out there spinning, a little bit of movement. I'm sure there was some farming purpose to it. This is adorable with the little lemons. We've got some birdhouse stakes in here. And this is real pretty. It's got a patina on it. That is $30. And then we have all sorts of outdoor wall decor. But if you want this inside, why not? It's an adorable little snail right there. There's some super pretty items in here that would be amazing outside on a patio, on a fence. So this is cute. It's a wood material, but it has all this kind of metal work on it, but you see the little bee. There's a little frog on the bottom. That one is $20. And then I love these end tables. They kind of have the beehive side. So your large one is $50, small one's $35. These little metal flowers here, these are $25. And then $20 up top. These are garden stakes, but they're metal cattails. I think that's pretty cool. These little lanterns, I love these. Solar, these are $25, and they had them in a cream and a really pretty green. And there's the green up top. There's a very kind of like firefly feel to that light fixture, the green and the cream one. Also love that one there with the honeycomb on it. This one is cute. It has little metal, hold on, is this a working mailbox? Sorry, complete like squirrel moment. Those are $40, they are. This, what I was gonna say, $13. This little solar bee, it's metal. I love those little cutouts. Little gnome on a snail, this one's 20. The one to the right of it lit up for 30. This little guy with his little bicycle there, he's 25. And these little fellas, these are 17. This is a very pretty line of products over here with the colors. This one is basically $24. So you have a turtle and then you have a snail. They're both $40. I think those are super pretty. I really like those. Yeah, both $40 on those. How much is this one? These are $20 and these are ceramic. This one is metal though. There's no price tag on that one, bummer. But it is metal and is the peachy one next to it. I've got some more ceramics in here. And these are pretty. Also ceramic. Let's see, how much are these? This one is 15. And the green one next to it is really pretty too. All these little odds and ends over here for the garden. A little welcome little stool or step. I wouldn't step on that. Little planter feet, $5. I think that's adorable for underneath the flower pot. These look like door knockers to me, and maybe that's what they are. It's $10. But it goes, you know, the shovel will bang on that metal back piece. And then same here with the firefly. I think those are pretty neat. Would also be cute on a fence. Okay, here's another porch percher. That was a new term that I learned this week. $3. Hobby Lobby had a whole bunch of little porch perchers. This one rides on the top of the flower pot. I like that garden stake right there. Two little frogs out gardening. This metal bee, this one is $15. These are little bees with bells. And then these are $3 each. These little stakes in here. The smaller ones, these are $5. I think I've said before how much I like this store. I know it's a huge store. I don't typically come in and go through the whole entire store every single time. A lot of times I'm just coming in specifically for something, so I will be in that portion of the store. This little frog is adorable. That was $8. But there's sometimes, I gotta be honest with you, if I just want to get out and walk and get some steps in and the weather's not nice enough to do that, I will oftentimes, you can certainly get your steps in here. That's my point. That I think is super cool. It has a solar on top and the welcome lights up inside of that. This one is $25. And then we've got some gnomes down here that have little lemons. One of them looks like it's kind of dressed as a ladybug. The other one dressed as a bee. These are $20. Oh, it's got the little stand on the back. That's helpful. These are adorable. $17, little metal butterfly. I love the pastel colors in here, mixed with kind of like the hot pinks. This is adorable. $40. How fun. This is 15. I love these. I think that would be so fun in a garden. $35, our little windmill here. This one is kind of cool. So let's spin it around. It has that kind of purple glass or plastic, and then it lights up in there. So it is solar. That's pretty cool. That one is $15. Lizard, he's 10. Got some butterflies. We've got all sorts of fun little statues still for the gardens. So these are all for outdoor. So you could have your little moose in a boat. He's adorable. We've got the balloon dogs. They're $80. This cutie, it's got the little wood kind of stool up top. Can I get a price on that? Let me see. We will spin him around. He is $45. Those little ladybugs on there. That's cute. This is so funny. Oh my goodness. The gnomes are all sleeping all over the puppy. We've got our little light up turtles. We've got some more dog statuaries for the garden. So $30. We have this little cute frog over here. He's 25. The lantern's 35. This little turtle with the moss on it. How much is this one? Can I get to a price on that one? Not without flipping him over. $70. We have our bear. Is he the little bird feeder, I think? Little Zen frog. She is $30. There's all sorts of super fun items in here for the garden. So, and they still have a lot of summer, which that's kind of the upside of this store being that large, is that they can kind of have multiple seasons at one time, where I'm finding a lot of the other stores, they have to clearance out before they can bring in. So if you're still looking for summer items and someone that has a really good selection, go check out the at-home store. If you have them. I know some of you, and so I think it's some of the northern states, don't have the at-home store. And I also did see, unfortunately, they are going to be closing, I think it was 26 of their stores as they reorganize. And I feel bad for the people that work at those stores. They have a lot of home decor items, and I kind of want to draw attention to this because oftentimes we all run to Home Goods, and I love Home Goods, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Home Goods. But they have a lot of the same items here, and they're a little more kind of organized and by color. So if you're someone that doesn't like the kind of hunt and seek, which I know a lot of us love in Home Goods, if you're someone that kind of wants to come in and go, no, I'm looking for something gold specifically, try to go into the at-home store, because you might be able to come in and just find what you're looking for a little more easily. But a lot of these same ginger jars, they are over at the Home Goods store, along with the pottery pieces. They're just tagged with different brands. These are $25 for this one. Got some more ceramics over here. We'll just kind of browse through in here so we can kind of just see what all they have. $15. These are neat. And they do have those scent packs if you're someone that looks, that uses those scent packs. I think Kirkland's is the other store that sells those fragrance packs. And they have very large vases. They also had that big horse's head down on the bottom. Did you catch that? That's also over at Home Goods right now. These are pretty. $13 for this one. I like that ruffle top on that planter. $8 on this one. I like that blue and white stripe in there. Do you all have plans for this weekend? What is everyone doing this weekend? I've got a little bit of work I have to do. I have to work tonight, and I've got to do some work tomorrow. Spend some family time tomorrow too. This one here is $60. We've seen that one over at Home Goods. They have a whole bunch of these little pieces of, I'm going to call them artwork. Some of them have little clever sayings on them. We'll kind of browse through here a little bit. This one is $10. The cat playing the drums. We've got our giraffe. There's, I mean, literally every style, every design, whatever you could imagine, they probably have it here in these little pieces of artwork. They also have a huge artwork selection, but we're not going to go through that today. I was trying to mix it up just a little bit. This one is $8. There's a little cowboy hat here with the Chanel and other name brands. Look, this girl is on fire. Okay. Love these down there. Good things are coming. Indeed. I love that. Well, look at this cutie. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll step back a minute so you can see it's literally the whole aisle all the way down. And here are some more decorative ceramics that they have. Ooh, I like this green, blue, and cream. And I apologize if you guys hear, my dog is sacked out next to me while I'm editing things and doing some work. She keeps making noise, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if the audio is going to pick that up. The blue and white, this is really pretty, as is this little cat right here. This one is $10. A small little ginger jar. I like this one. This one is $8. And then these large ones, these are $90, and they're big. Like, I don't know that the camera, I ought to take a little ruler with me sometimes, or ruler, a tape measure, and show you how tall some of the items are in this store. And then they have a lot of the same, that India collection that we saw in Home Goods. You're going to see a lot of those items in here. And still plenty of outdoor pillows. And I think their outdoor pillows are they're reasonably priced. They're going to go typically anywhere from about $9 up to about $24, just depending on the design on the pillow. Kind of, like how detailed it is. So many different little colors, and I love that they still have plenty of this in because we are still in the middle of summer, except they still have Easter. It's all on clearance though, so if you are looking for a little bit of Easter, and that again is the thing that I said, as big as this store is, they can still keep stock and clearance things out, so more and more clearance. And with that, everyone, we are going to head out. I appreciate all of you. I hope you all have a great day. Take care and be safe, everyone.